All right, just got a package in the mail. New set of professional shears. These are the nicest shears I could find. They're like 45 bucks. That stopper. Oh man, they feel so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But what I realize is that these feel way better in my right hand because they're made for right hand. And I'm remembering that they do make left-handed shears because the way that our hands want to pull this together, it's actually wanting to work against the tightness of the blade, and it's actually making it looser. So when you're trying to chop wool, it ends up pinching the wool instead of cutting it. So they actually make left-handed shears where these are reversed so that the ergonomics of it actually applies more pressure between the two blades when you cut instead of less. You know, it'd probably be really smart to learn how to become ambidextrous, but I ordered these so that I could start being an attribute to local farms, and especially after crap hits the fan and electricity isn't available and their shearer isn't available because they can't drive because gasoline isn't available. So I thought these would be a really smart investment, like my scythe, which my scythe I'm finding is not worth it to carry the longer blades that are made for grass, because you have to carry an accompanying like special hammer and anvil in order to peen the entire edge rather regularly. It's really annoying maintenance, whereas the shorter blades that I have for it, that are made for just knocking down brush that's dead and woody and cutting down saplings, it only has a sharpening stone that's just really easy to once over it when it needs it, and it never gets dinged. Like the grass blades, if they get dinged, you have to peen them. You have to peen them. Whereas the bush blades, they call them, the shorter ones, they do not need to be sharpened. They don't get dented. They're too thick. And so really the only reason you would want to sharpen them is to cut easier, but you don't have to. It's not like if you keep cutting and to finish a job without sharpening it, it's going to worsen the snag or the dent that's in the blade, because it doesn't get dents. So I'm just going to carry the hay rake and the bush blade, and I think I'm going to try to get a left-handed pair of shears like this, hopefully close to this quality, and then I will be able to I'll be able to do twice as many sheep theoretically, because really the only thing that stops a hand shearer like this from doing more sheep per day is the amount of times that you got to do this. And I suppose your back, the way that they do it. See, I've always sheared my sheep just tethering them and starting from the belly and working my way over, and then turning them around and starting from the belly and working my way over and taking it off all in one fleece. But I want to be able to shear other people's sheep who might not be as well trained, might not be dairy sheep, and all meat sheep are pretty skittish. So I'm thinking that these shears will be a really good investment for me personally, to be able to have purpose and help out farms in exchange for a place to stay and organic food. And I figure also that having the second pair will allow for me to use the left-handed ones, and a friend or a apprentice to use the right-handed ones, or vice versa, because I'm going to learn how to use both of them. I'm going to become ambidextrous so I can do as many sheep as I can, so that I can contend with the number of sheep that electric shearers are able to shear in a day. How many sheep did the shearer shear if a shearer could shear sheep? So, yeah, these are nice, dude. These are so nice. These feel so good to close. Can't wait to cut wool with them. But yeah, it'd be really nice to have a small shearing crew of just, theoretically, could be 3 people, because I shear with this. I've been shearing with these for the last 5 years. These are actually miniature shears that are made for just cutting around their face and their ears and their tail and their udder, the sensitive spots that you don't want to. That 6.5 inch blade is a little unwieldy. These are only 3.5 inch blades. I love these. They're so cute. They're so cute. So I can still shear with this. It just takes twice as long at least. Probably more like 3 times as long. Yeah. And then I ordered from the same place this awesome goat halter. This is pretty pricey though. It's fucking 20 bucks. It seems like they could have simplified this in a number of ways so that you don't need these, and you don't have to open these up to put around the goat's ankle, which is going to start fighting as soon as you put that around it. You'd have to start at the top, putting it around, and as soon as you got this through, then you could work it down, because they are really sensitive. The lower down their leg, the more sensitive they get to you grasping it and holding onto it. Like, you can grab onto the bottom of a sheep or a goat's hoof, their leg, around their hoof, and they will pull on it, try to get their leg free until they die from running out of energy. And yeah, but if you grab them above the knee, they'll maybe pull for a couple seconds and then they'll stop. So I'm gonna have to go around the top of their leg as soon as I get that, and slide it down and Velcro it. And that's not nearly as cool as if it just seems like it would be easy enough way to design it to just be able to just throw this around the leg and Velcro it. It would be strong enough. If you moved, man, I'm gonna take this whole damn thing apart. I'm gonna take all this metal out of here. I'm gonna take this center thing out of here because it's like a 3.5 inch long. They can still kick. That encourages them. It needs to be a little bit. It needs to be adjustable. the space between their legs needs to be adjustable as well. So it just makes sense to make the Velcro in the middle, the abrasive side of the Velcro in the middle, and to put the soft side of the Velcro on the inside of the strapping, so that you just throw it around their leg and Velcro it. They completely over-engineer everything that costs money. They have incentive to fool you into buying it, and if it's too simple of a design, they can't fool you into buying it, because you'll just make it. You'll go and get freaking Velcro straps. I got fooled. Super lame.